up? Happy Tuesday, you guys. Narcissists want to orphan you. What do I mean by that? They want to alienate you from every relationship that is loving towards you and from everybody that you love. So, of course, I have my little teeny tiny notes. Today, they're teeny tiny. But one of the things that I mentioned on here is if they are in a relationship with you, whether they're married to you or dating you, if you are a parent of any kind, they will do sneaky things behind your back to upset your children, and so to try to get your children in trouble, basically. So when you're around and your child flips out, right, towards that narcissist, you'll end up reprimanding your child in some way, whether they're grounded or whatever, because all you see is the aftermath of something that the narc has done behind your back, right? And what is that to do? That's meant to do what it does, which is separate you in some way, excuse me, emotionally from your child. Because you have to go into disciplinarian mode, and because you think your child is wilding out, and your child goes into a different mode towards you because all they know as a child is that I'm getting in trouble and my mom or dad is siding with the culprit, right? When in the grand scheme of things, only that kid knows what that narcissist is doing or has done. You don't even know that, right? You didn't know that at the dinner table when you got up to pee, they were making faces at your kid. You didn't know that when you bought your kid a new toy, they hid them shits and then watched your kid look for it and then talk shit to your kid about how they can't keep up with their things, stuff like that. And then by the time you catch up with it, right? Like in my case, what happens is they'll start to slip up. The narc will start to slip up, and they'll start doing those shits, like those little things that they were doing behind your back. They'll start doing that shit out in the open. And when you catch it and you see it, you're gonna do what any good parent would do, and that's attack the fuck out of their ass, right? Because you're going to defend your child, right? And what do they get to do? They get what they want. How do they get what they want when you attack them to defend your child? Well, then you can get the police called on you and you can get arrested like I did. Or, CPS can be called. Anything can happen. And what the end game is for them, the goal is for them, is the separation. They want to orphan your child, right? They want to make sure that someone, whether it be the police or the loony bin or CPS and some affiliate of them, comes and takes the child away from you or takes you away from your child, okay? So that way they can see what they wanted, which is to alienate you from people that you love and people that love you. Let's say if you're not a parent, but you have parents. Your parents might not be perfect, but say that you're in communication with your parents. That narcissist usually, not in all cases, has some pretty shitty parents, right? Or at least one really bad one, right? And since they don't have a good relationship with their mother or father or both or whatever, then they don't feel like you deserve to have a good relationship with your mother or father or both or whatever. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna start starting shit. So every time it's time for the holidays, why you always go to your mama's house for Christmas? Why you always talking to your dad every day? How come every Saturday you and your mom go to brunch? How come you and your sister always chilling? How come you and your brother always like look at the game together on Sunday nights or whatever? They don't like that shit. They don't like that you have a sense of support system or family or anybody that loves you that you love. So what are they going to do? They're going to start starting shit to make you either not go to those places with those people or to make you flip out on those people because you're so frustrated with the narc that you just don't even want to talk about it when those people ask about what's going on with you or whatever. They want you to do something towards those people that make those people mad at you, or they want to make up things or lies, which they will do, about those people, or they'll set up and create scenarios so that you and those people can fight so that you are alienated from those people. So that you and your mama get into a fight or whatever because your mom is like, why are you with that piece of shit? You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. And you're like, what do you mean? Because truth be told, everybody sees, I already had a video about that. When that narcissist goes out in public, everybody around you sees how they act in real life. Whatever they're showing you in the house, even though that may be bad or whatever, is nothing compared to what they show people in public. In public, they are showing their entire ass. I'm talking about monkey booty pink ass exposed. Okay? Whole hairless booty hole to the sky, like exposed, like a monkey. Okay? And they act like that out in the streets, and then when your parents or when your best friend or when the neighbors or whoever that you like to chill with come up to you and say something about it, you all in their face because you don't know what the fuck they're even talking about. And then what happens? You have a falling out. And then what happens? They go, fine, then you can have that bullshit situation you got. And you're like, whatever then, right? And the next thing you know, you ain't got no damn friends. You can't call your parents right now because y'all ain't really speaking. Maybe you and your sibling don't want to talk to you right now. Everything, your neighbor won't open the door. You can't even borrow a cup of sugar, bitch. Why? Because that narcissist is alien. He or she has successfully alienated you from your support system. Okay? So if it's not them trying to take your kids away from you, it's them trying to make sure that you do something to protect your kids to the point where they can get you locked up and they can take you away from your kids, right? And after that, then your kids go in the system, you're in the system in jail or some shit. Either way, they want to separate you from every form of like positive communication with anybody that could remotely help you, like you, love you, support you in any way, shape, or form, because they're jealous and they don't have that support. And anybody and anything that ain't me ain't shit is their attitude. Okay? All right. So there's that. Not to mention all while keeping in touch with their shit parents, even though that they don't have a good relationship. Let me see. I put another one. Oh, well, okay. I was like, well, what if it's not your parents that they're trying to alienate you from? What if it's like you have a sibling that you're really close to? That narcissist will intentionally try to place themselves in a position to either dog you out to that sibling with lies to make that sibling mad at you, or vice versa. They'll try to say that your sibling did or said something towards them to make you angry at that sibling, and in the long run they'll try, if they can, to like have sex with that sibling. That same goes for best friends. If you have a best friend, they will try their best to find reasons to tell you why that best friend is not good for you, or they'll say, your best friend's been looking at me funny, or I bumped into your best friend and they hit on me, he or she hit on me, when they really didn't do that shit. Right? Maybe they vice versa hit on your best friend or some shit, so that whenever your best friend approaches you about it, it sounds like they're trying to place the blame on the narc, when the narc was the one that, you know what I'm saying, placed the blame on them first, so that you and your best friend fall out. You know what I'm saying? And that you actually start to believe that your best friend is like against you, or really said that thing, or really did that thing, and they didn't damn do it, and that's not the way the shit went down. They will eliminate your friends. You're the one that you're real close to. You know what I'm saying? They'll get rid of that one or whatever. If it's a sibling, they will try to sleep with that sibling. If they can successfully sleep with that sibling, even if they do the discard and even if whatever happens, you can never come back from that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have still been alienated and orphaned from that sibling, which is really, really sad and messed up. There's that. Also, I wrote down about parents, because you can say, well, what if none of that's the case? What if I'm single, and what if the narcissist is my parent? What if the narcissist is my own child, right? My adult child. Well, your adult child will use your parent, which is their grandparents, to alienate you. Okay, your adult child will sit there and be like, grandma or granddad, like this and this is happening, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with your mother? What's wrong with your dad? We're gonna handle that. You will have a whole ass falling out over some bullshit that you didn't even damn do, or it didn't go down like that because your little shit son or daughter who turned out to be a narc went to your parents or parent and gave them some bullshit sob story, and of course grandma or grandpa is gonna have their back, and now you ain't got no mommy and daddy because you're a bitch ass kid. Same in the reverse with grandparents. If your mom or dad is a narcissist, if you give them access to your children, eventually they will turn those kids against you if they have like ample, like too much contact with them. they'll start doing things that you told them that you didn't want to be done. Whether it's, I don't give my kids candy, and so they'll always have like a gigantic, like, treasure chest full of damn, candy at their house. Oh, grandpa won't tell, grandma won't tell, your mom or your dad's just being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, they will go against you, so much so. And of course, your kid is going to look at their old ass and be like, oh my gosh, why is my mommy or daddy picking on this old bitch? That's Grammy Mom, that's Grampy Paw, right? Why, something must be wrong with my mom because my grandma or my granddad treats me like really, really good. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, bitch, that's a whole ass narc. These are ways in all of these scenarios that the narcissist will complain whenever, well, this is how they will turn you against the people that you love or that love you. But especially in relationships, they will always complain about how much you talk to your mother or dad, or how much you always go to their house on Sunday dinners or something, or why it's the holidays. They always will complain. They'll always try to make you feel like your mom or your dad is some shit and trash or against them or whatever. They want you to feel like them. Okay? So when you start seeing that and hearing that from people, whether it's a friend, your own child, your own parents, your own sibling, your own lover, whatever, best believe it's time to start cutting things short with them, severing some ties if you can. Going full blown no contact would be the best. All right, love you.